It's a Monday and we're back on the water again. The weather for the last week nearly has been fairly rubbish. Strong winds, strong westerly winds, so I didn't get out. But today the winds have eased off a bit. There's still a big swell, but rather than heading out west, I'm going to head more inland today from Sherkin. Some of the islands I'm going to be visiting today are not named. They're small, they're in a tidal estuary, so maybe not very interesting. But the one fantastic thing about paddling around here is that you can paddle in lots of different weather conditions. Today is still pretty rough, and it might be exciting, but wouldn't be quite as safe heading out west. So heading east into the Ilen estuary. I'm going to land on some of the islands there. Right now I'm paddling in with the tide and with the wind and with the swell behind me, so I'm moving along nicely here. My plan is today to paddle up the Ilen estuary between Baltimore and Skibbereen and arrive at my high point, if you like, furthest up the river by an hour before high tide. That way I'll be able to get around the islands that are, in mud flats, and then use the outgoing tide to push me back home again. There's a very strong tide pushing me through here at the moment. Spring tides through narrows here. Maybe you can see there right beside me, like little rapids in a river. In the last video I spoke to you about the PLB, the personal locator beacon. Today we're going to talk about route planning and letting somebody know where you are. So the PLB costs about €260. Letting somebody know where you are, it costs nothing at all. So today, before I came out, I planned my route so Tina, my wife, can look at it and see where I plan to be. If anything goes wrong during the day, that's where rescuers should start looking for me. So it's very important, if you make a plan like that, to stick to it. You can even map it out on a paper map and take a photograph of it, send it on that way, write it down in the description, or leave a recorded voice message on WhatsApp or something like that. That's what I do sometimes as well. If you just tell somebody, if they're not paying attention, they might not get the full details. It's just a very, very simple thing to do. There's no excuse not to do it. I'm absolutely flying along here. I'm now at the junction between Ringarogi here, Inishbeg here. There's a little channel between them, which I'll be coming down later on. I'm here at the strongest part of the tide, on a spring tide, with the wind behind me. So I'm, I don't know, probably doing 10 kilometers an hour easily without too much effort, when my normal paddling speed would be 7.5 kilometers an hour. Yeah, even though this area isn't open ocean, isn't especially attractive or wild compared to, say, the Calf Islands, there's a lot to be done here. There's different things to do and different things to see. It's been fun paddling so fast with so little effort. It's been good. There's a nice old church, Glebe Church and graveyard here behind me. These are the things you discover around here. There's always more to discover in your own backyard than you would think. You just have to go looking. I've just crossed the estuary now and completely out of the wind. There's a lovely old forest here beside me. There's chestnut and oak and sycamore and stuff. It's a nice old forest. Nice here. Number 33 of Carbery 100 Isles, Inish Bug. Blue way, looks like. And it looks like I'm not supposed to go down behind Inish Beg. Well, we'll go there anyway, see what happens. 34 of Carbery's 100 Isles. I have no idea what it's called. Never. I'm paddling against the tide in this little channel here, so I'm sticking as close as I can to the side to stay out of the main strength of it. I know what this one's called. It's Ringarogi, if that's pronounced properly. Number 36, I think. Number 37, Ilen, bloody awkward to land on. Now, just had a chat with the farmer here, and he tells me that this I might just be able to squeeze through here right now at high tide. If I can't paddle down it, it's not an island. Let's see. Yeah, it's not that bad, look at that. Okay, there's water, a little bit of push, no portage, and then an electric fence to get under. Yeah, just big things interesting. Ilen Cullen, number 37. Just about made it around, literally by the skin of a hull. I'm losing count, but I think this is 39, and I think this is Tinker's Rock. Tinker's Island, yeah. Oh. This one's number 40. It's tiny, but it's got a megalithic tomb in it. So I'll show you that's worth a few points. There is a bunch of islands in this little lagoon here. It's called the Lag, and at low tide this is not some place you want to be because it just dries out. You see the picture there from Google Earth, and just see how it's just all mud flats all around it. So I'm here right about at high tide, which is perfect. But it also means it's getting a bit late in the day, so I'm rushing around now. Try to land in all of these, get back down the channel towards Baltimore and then back out to Sherkin. So, yeah. Well, so far so good. I'm losing track, 41 I think. No idea what it's called. Might not even have a name. I think. On kind of that 43, out of the boat, feet on the dry land. Yeah, 44. So hard to know right now exactly which islands I'm on. I think so far, I'm pretty sure I've done all the ones that I said I was going to do. A couple more maybe here, and then we have to start heading down river soon. 43 Recumore Island. I'm under pressure now because it's getting on in the day. It's 7 o'clock, dark at 8:30, so have to kind of keep them going. Now, this is number 40 something, 40 of Carbery's 100 Isles. This is where I've been paddling around all these little islands for the last half hour or so. It's the tide is starting to drop now, so this is not the kind of place you want to be at low tide. And it's left to paddle back across to Shirkin one way or another. I think I'm going to cut it short, my original plan, and just go to the main pier. Heading down the channel now towards Shirkin. And the tide is with me again on the way out, so it's grand time from that point of view. But it is wind against tide, so it's splashy here. Not too bad at all, really. But yeah, we'll see what it's like further on. This has been a hard work now. Not too bad, but just into the wind. I had it easy earlier on today. I knew I was going to have to pay it back at some stage. But good to be on the water. Just paddling up to the Baltimore lifeboat station here now. And there's a few guys out on the rib. I'm sure they're giving me funny looks. But all's good here. Really good to know those guys are there. Now just arriving back on Shirkin. Not quite back to where it started from because the day is drawing in a bit. So I phoned Tina when I was at Baltimore, and she's going to come around and meet me here at the dock. So good day, and the tide's definitely worked in my favour. Trailer, pretty heavy.